Hi, it's Tom. Today I'm going to give a review of this nifty little device, the Zoom B1X Four multi-effects processor. It comes loaded with 71 effects, 9 amp models, a looper, and 68 drum beat patterns. In the UK it retails for 90 quid and in the US it's $110. Now this model is the same as the Zoom B1 but it adds this expression pedal. So there are a few more effects that this can do that the B1 can't. Today I'm going to run through all the sounds that come loaded on it, and then I'll show you how to create your own sounds and loops, and finally I'll give my opinion. Straight out of the box it comes loaded with 39 preset sounds which cover a variety of styles. You can cycle through these sounds by pressing the buttons here, 1 to 4, and using these 2 foot pedals to cycle through the sounds.
So the sounds out of the box are really good and mostly really useful. There are some sounds like the sequence filter that I would probably struggle to find a common use for, but even that one was a little bit of fun. You can edit all the sounds that you want as well. So you can edit all the presets. So if you said, I don't want to have so much distortion on one of the distortion effects, you can turn the distortion down. Now with this expression pedal, you have access to a few more effects that the B1.4 doesn't. So you could do like a volume control, you could use it as a pitch control, and you could also use it as a manual wah. Now to create your own loop, you can go into the rhythm button, you press this rhythm button here, you select the tempo that you want, and you can filter through the different rhythms. You can also set the balance of the rhythm as well. And then I go over to the loopers, I press the looper button, and from there I press record, and yeah, there's a click which comes in, and then off I go. But how do you create your own sound? So I really like the Thundercat filter sound, so I'll try and quickly create that. So I'll use this patch because it hasn't been used, and firstly I'll use a compressor. Now if I look at the manual, this Dyne compressor is modeled after the classic MXR compressor pedal. Then I'll use the Ztron envelope filter, which is modeled after the Qtron envelope filter. And finally, I'll use an octaver.
So I'll rename the patch and I'm all done. Okay, so what do I think? What do I think of this? Well, I think it's great. For an entry-level unit, it's fun. The sounds and the variety of sounds are great, and it's easy to get started straight away. But if you want, it also gives you the added flexibility to tweak the effects as much as you want to. I also really like how it has a standard USB charger thing, so you don't need to get a separate charger, although you can get a Zoom charger if you want to put it into this, this back socket here. But just with a standard USB charger like the one you would use on your phone, you can put it straight in and you don't have to churn through batteries. It also is battery operated as well if you want. So on the output jack, you could put headphones if you want to practice silently, or you could put it into an amp. And it also has a tuner, so just everything kind of comes self-contained within the unit, which is great. Now, you don't buy a Ford and expect it to perform like a Ferrari, so there are a few negatives. Now, the loop time is limited to 30 seconds, which is okay for most situations. But the bigger issue is if you make a loop and then you want to add an extra loop on top of that, so you want to layer loops, but you make a mistake on this layer on the top, you can't then delete this layer and then just go back and try to recreate the layer on top. You have to delete the whole thing and restart again. And if you're a beginner getting into making loops, you're going to make a lot of mistakes with your timing and everything else. So that could be quite frustrating that you can't separately undo each layer. Also, it's made of plastic, so it's not super robust, and actually having this extra expression pedal on the B1X Four actually highlighted the kind of structural weaknesses. So you can see here that when I'm using the expression pedal, the pedal is rocking a bit more back and forth than I think it would be if it was made of heavier solid metal. But still, I've used Zoom products for a long time, and I found that for a budget brand, their stuff tends to last. And you know, for the price you pay for it, you're going to expect some kind of sacrifices when it comes to build quality. So overall, it's great, and for the price, it was hard to be negative at all about it. For £90 or a bit over $100 in the US, it's definitely worth a punt, and I would give it 4.5 stars. All right, so I hope you found that useful. Do subscribe if you want more content like this, and yeah, that's it.